today's game, one of the things we were afraid of, obviously, in the first quarter, trying to survive that. It's hard to duplicate their offense, and we didn't survive it. We didn't, and then the other thing is we gave 2 big plays. We had a trap in the first series, we scrambled, jumped up marks, we just stayed back, and a big 73, 2 big plays after that, long 2 long touchdown passes kind of put us in a bind. We knew he was going to get his yards, with excellent passing attack. And obviously, he got a lot of yards today. But those 2 big passes are the ones that killed us. And we just couldn't get anything going offensively. We just couldn't, couldn't run the ball early in the game in the first quarter to keep us off the field, which was one of our goals. So that was disappointing. I thought we'd be able to do that in the first quarter to at least slow them down a little bit. And, it didn't happen today.
Okay, again, questions first for Justin Brown. If you have a question, put your hand up and one of our micros will get a microphone to you. We are recording this for transcription, so please identify yourself and your outlook when you ask your question. Questions for Justin? Right.
Josh Reed with ABC 27 out of Harrisburg. Do you feel like the distractions got to you guys at all this week?
I don't think the distractions got to us at all. We were used to it just from the whole season and whatnot, so we keep scrapping. And the coaches, they did a great job preparing us and just, focusing on the game and on the task at hand. So I wouldn't say the distraction was a problem.
Okay. Question? On the aisle here in the middle.
Steve Trell, Collegian. Justin, from a personal standpoint, last year, I kind of had a rough go of things in the Outback Bowl. How does it feel for you to bounce back today and, put up the good numbers?
First, you gotta take a win over anything. But I guess I did okay. But you gotta look on the film and see some things that you didn't do quite as well. But like you said, I didn't have that good of a game last year in Outback Bowl, so that's one thing that I was thinking about coming to this bowl game.
On the aisle, far right here. Far right.
John Trinchie, NAP. Just talk about what their defense was doing to keep you guys off balance.
They were a good defense. I think that people probably underestimated them a little bit. They had some pretty good athletes, and I think they just did a good job overall.
Second round, far left.
Joe Giuliano, Philadelphia Inquirer. Justin, did Rob seem rattled in the huddle to you at all at any time today, and how do you think he handled the situation?
Well, I wouldn't think he seemed rattled. He maintained his composure. In the huddle, on the sidelines, talking to him, talking about coverages and whatnot. So I think he didn't seem rattled at all.
Any more questions for Justin? Okay, we'll turn Justin loose. Penn State players will be available on the patio out back behind us here for breakouts. Please see Jeff Nelson regarding who will be available. And we'll proceed now with questions for Coach Bradley.
I want to apologize. Drew Astorino was to be up here with us, and Drew suffered a concussion during the game, and I don't think he felt ready about coming up and talking today.
Questions for Coach Bradley?
This could be awesome.
Back on the aisle there.
Tom, when you were walking off the field just a few minutes ago, did it feel like an end of an era for Penn State?
Well, obviously, we're going to have a new football coach here next year for sure, whoever that may be. So in that regard, yes. I was disappointed in the way we played. I thought we played better today. I thought we played better defensively. I didn't anticipate us giving up those big plays. But it's going to be obviously new around here for a lot of people.
You said that you're going to have a new football coach for sure. Why are you convinced that it's not going to be you?
I didn't say it wasn't going to be. Can't give you guys all the secrets. No, I don't know who it's going to be. Dr. Joyner, I said this before, Dr. Joyner's committee are going to make that decision. I don't have a date when it's going to be. He hasn't, set a time frame exactly when it's going to happen. I've also told you I had an opportunity to go speak to the committee, and that's all. I had an opportunity to plead my case. I think the one thing that was different for me coaching here now is I turned the defense over to Larry Johnson and to Vandy, and I didn't want to get involved in it. I didn't think that was fair to be chirping in when I really wasn't sitting in every meeting and going over every little detail. I didn't think that was fair to them. And then on offense, we just try to get better at the things we're doing. Obviously, next year we'll have a totally different look on offense, one way or another. But I'm not sure what their timetable is going to be. Obviously, I have some concerns because of recruiting. We go on the road Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which we're going to do. And I've also told them I'm going to work until the very end, until they tell me my services are no longer needed. That's what Penn State's paying me to do, and that what's in my heart that I'm going to do because I love this university and I love the people.
Okay, next question. Front row on the far right here.
John Trench, AP. Just similar question I asked Justin. What did they do defensively to keep you guys off balance?
Well, we just couldn't, I don't know if it was anything they did as much as we just, the backside linebacker kept making plays. We just weren't cutting them off on plays. It took us so long to get going and to get into the flow of things. I thought there we really, I thought we could get this thing coming out of halftime. If we just get into one score, we could maybe have a shot at it. We just couldn't sustain any drive. I was surprised that I thought we'd be able to do that more. Where we turned, how many, 3 interceptions today? And we can't turn the ball over against Case Keenum. That was another thing we didn't want to do. We had 3 15-yard penalties on kickoff returns. Playing this type of team, you can't lose field position like that. So all the things you're going to lose a game, we did them today.
Coach, in the first series, they hit the first those 2 big plays, they hit around 3rd and 1. How frustrating was that for you guys?
Well, the first one was really frustrating because we just stayed back in coverage. We're off the field, and I elected to kick to show confidence in the defense. I was going to defer anyway, even if we won the toss. I thought long about it, and I thought our defense would just set the tone a little bit and get them off. If they get off on the first, 3rd down, it might have been a different game. We had no business coming up. I mean, it's not his play. Just stay back, and he's not going to make it to the sticks anyway. So that's a fundamental mistake. And then I think the 75 yards broke our back, and Drew just kind of patted his feet a little bit, and the kids started to scramble. He settled down, and he could get depth there. And that's just a common, once again, fundamental thing. It's not like they beat you on anything other than just fundamentals. And you guys know the way we play defense around here for the last 11, 12 years. You keep the ball in front of you, leverage the numbers and those things. And we've been fundamentally sound. I didn't think we tackled particularly well today. You anticipate that a little in a bowl game because you're a little bit out of sync. You haven't had the opportunity to do a lot of tackling in practice against each other, and obviously their offense, they throw a lot more bubble screens than we do, so the perimeter game is going to be totally different.
Okay, we're going to go front row on the right here.
Tom, did you consider going more to a 3-man front and drop more people into coverage?
We talked about it. It's not our style, and they had some what we call penny looks, but we didn't get into a whole bunch of it today. And once again, I don't stick my 2 cents into that. I just don't think that's fair to chime in and you haven't been sitting there, for the last couple of weeks putting it all together. So I deliberately stayed out of it.
Tom, Ron Nelson with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I just wonder what you told your team. Did the finale of it all hit sink in after the game, or did you not have enough time to even think about it?
I told my team very simply, I said, I want to thank them for all the things that they did for all of us, for all of what they had been through. I told them we still had a lot to be thankful for. Things didn't go our way today. And I told them in life it doesn't always work out that way. I said, it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it. And I thought they had a tough go for 4 weeks or 50-some days, whatever it was, and a little unique situation, obviously different. I told them to stick together as a team. They're always going to be teammates for the rest of their life. We're proud of what they did accomplish. And I said, hey, we have a lot to be thankful for, and we said a prayer.
Okay, Coach, we're going to go stand over right here.
Josh Reed, ABC 27 out of Harrisburg. There were a few throws that Rob didn't make that maybe Matt makes. If Matt plays, is there a different outcome in this game?
I can't answer that question. I really can't. You've got the cards you had, and that's what we went into the game with. I think we could help Rob a little bit today. One throw to Moy was as good as you can throw. You got to make that catch. Okay. Boo could have made the one on the sideline wide open. Got to hit that one. We just didn't make plays we had to. And I think offensively, we've been like that now for the last couple of games. We just can't make the big plays when we have to. That's a killer.
Front row.
knee deal to the Mayor Tom. Did you think about going to McGregor at all?
You know, I did. I thought about giving him a shot at the 2 minutes at the end. He's a great young man, hardworking. I thought, he looked awful good in practice, but then I didn't. I thought it wouldn't be the right thing to do to Rob, next season.
Stand on, Brian.
Coach, Cody Brandon from Cody Sports Corner. You talked about it in the
Did you say
pregame.
Tony Sports Bar or Tony?
No, Cody Sports Corner. You talked about
There's some big things out there tonight or something. I think I have a couple of these guys with me.
You talked about
They're into free stuff now.
You talked about surviving the first quarter. How would you grade your team on that?
F. I agree with you, it's an F. I mean, that's the one thing about bowl games. You have to get caught up to speed as fast as you can. You can't duplicate because you haven't played in 5 weeks. It's, you're just not used to it. And that's the one thing that always worries you is you've got to get caught up, and we didn't today. And since I've been in all these bowl games, I know the games we win is because we come out of the first quarter at least even or close to it.
Could stand on the far left here.
Rob Rossi, Pittsburgh Community Review. I know you mentioned you're going to be going on recruiting as of Wednesday, but if you're not going to be the guy here, how long are you willing to afford to wait, given that you said you must take all the other opportunities out there for you?
Till the absolute end. That's what they're going to pay me to do, and that's what I'm going to do. And I've told you before, I don't care if they can do what they want to me. I just want these players to know that those coaches, those managers, those trainers, and everybody there fought to the end. So 10 years from now, they're going to say, hey, maybe it didn't work out for them. We don't know that yet. But I just want to respect all of us because every one of those guys weren't looking for jobs. They weren't running around doing other things. They were busting their tail to help this team win this bowl game. And I'm proud of them. I'm thankful for the efforts that they gave me. Nothing changed. They worked like dogs the whole way through this thing. And what they do from here, that's their decision.
Okay, we have one more question. You on the right?
Hey, Bob Flounders of the Patriot in Harrisburg. I know you don't make excuses and Devin still doesn't make excuses, but can you just address his health? It just didn't look like he was his typical self today, and he had some trouble.
Yeah, he did. He had turf toe today. He's been limping before the game today. He was limping in 3 days, and he was just so painful. He wasn't himself. I bet you if you ask him, he's maybe playing half speed. He wasn't at all a factor in today's game, which usually he's going to get some pressure in there. And we went into it, and I knew he was in that situation before we got there. And it's not an excuse, and it's just where he was.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Tony, any more questions? Free coupons? 2 for 1s, anything like that? Thank you. I just want to say thank you very much to all of you. Thank you.